Welcome to the Midnight Hotel, where every guest leaves a story behind.
The Miserable Child and the Wretched Maid. Part 1. The Charming Guest. Morning inside the Midnight Hotel always began with movement. Not hurried movement. Routine. Measured. Precise. The staff elevator beneath the grand staircase opened softly into the lobby as members of the hotel staff emerged one by one to begin their duties for the day. The Midnight Hotel maintained separate living quarters for its employees somewhere beyond the public areas of the building. Guests rarely saw those corridors. Fewer still knew how large the staff wing truly was. The elevator doors slid open first for Miriam Vale. She stepped into the lobby carrying a brass bucket filled with cleaning supplies, while adjusting the sleeves of her dark uniform neatly at the wrists. Behind her came Evelyn Marrow, still looking faintly tired, followed shortly after by Oliver Reed holding a tray of polished silverware in one hand and a cigarette in the other. The lobby remained quiet beneath the soft crackle of jazz music drifting from the gramophone near the lounge. Rain tapped gently against the towering windows. And behind the reception desk, the host reviewed the guest registry beneath the warm glow of the brass desk lamp. Routine. The hotel valued routine. Oliver exhaled smoke lazily toward the ceiling. "One day," he muttered, "I'm going to wake up somewhere normal." Without looking up from the registry, the host replied calmly, "The hotel strongly discourages unrealistic ambition, Mr. Reed." Evelyn laughed quietly beneath her breath. Oliver pointed dramatically toward the desk. "You see, that's exactly what I mean." Miriam moved toward the lobby windows, beginning her morning cleaning. "You complain too much." "I work nights," Oliver answered. "You don't work nights," Evelyn replied immediately. "I emotionally work nights," Oliver mumbled under his breath. Interesting, the host amused at the conversation. Even a faint smile appeared briefly at that. Normal conversation. Normal routine. That was the strange thing about the Midnight Hotel. Most days felt ordinary. Until they were. Evelyn began dusting the shelves beside the fireplace, while Miriam cleaned the reception counter in practiced silence. "Room 204 asked for extra towels again," Evelyn said casually. Oliver groaned. "The old man with the bird cages." "The same. He asked me yesterday if the walls here breathe." Miriam didn't look up. "And do they?" Oliver paused thoughtfully. "I'm still undecided." The pale flames within the fireplace shifted softly. The jazz continued playing. Then, the front doors opened. Cold wind swept through the lobby carrying rainwater and fog across the crimson carpet. A man entered carrying a leather suitcase beneath one arm. Tall, dark-haired, slightly soaked from the storm outside. He paused near the entrance while studying the lobby with amused curiosity. "Well," he muttered softly, "this place feels expensive." Something inside Miriam tightened immediately. Not memory, not recognition, something stranger, like hearing a familiar melody she had once loved, but no longer remembered. The man smiled warmly toward the desk. "Please tell me you have a vacancy." "We always have vacancies," the host answered politely. The man laughed softly. That sounded vaguely threatening. It was not intended to. The stranger approached the desk while removing his gloves. Well-dressed, charming smile. The kind of man who likely made friends too quickly and promises too easily. "The name's Adrian," he said casually. "Adrian Valecourt." The moment he spoke the name, somewhere deep beneath the hotel, something metallic slammed shut. Miriam froze slightly. Only slightly. No one else reacted. Interesting. The host calmly wrote inside the registry. Room 217, he said while retrieving a brass key. Adrian accepted it gratefully. Much appreciated. Then his eyes wandered briefly toward Evelyn near the fireplace. Well, he said lightly, at least the service here is beautiful. Evelyn blinked once, then sighed. Sir, you arrived less than 30 seconds ago. Oliver immediately snorted. Adrian placed a hand dramatically over his chest. So cold already. You'll survive, Evelyn answered dryly. Interesting. Adrian laughed softly. Miriam found herself watching him longer than necessary. There was something easy about him. Dangerously easy. The kind of man who entered rooms like he already belonged there. Then, for the briefest moment, his eyes met Miriam's. A strange pause settled between them. Tiny, almost imperceptible. As though both felt something faintly familiar, neither could explain. Adrian smiled slightly. And you? Miriam frowned faintly. What about me? No sarcastic greeting. His voice carried effortless charm. Too effortless. Miriam should have ignored him immediately. Instead, to her own annoyance, she almost smiled. Maybe later. Interesting. Something warm flickered briefly behind Adrian's expression. Before either could continue, the host spoke calmly from behind the desk. Miss Vale. Miriam looked toward him. Please guide Mr. Valecourt to room 217. Interesting. The host rarely asked staff to escort ordinary guests personally. Miriam hesitated only briefly. Of course. Adrian smiled faintly. Lead the way. Together, they crossed the lobby toward the staircase. The chandeliers flickered softly overhead, while rain continued sliding against the towering windows. You've worked here long, Adrian asked casually as they climbed the stairs. A while. That mysterious huh. Miriam kept walking. The hotel values privacy. And what do you value? The question caught her slightly off guard. Adrian smiled when she didn't answer immediately. Dangerous question. Potentially. He laughed softly. You know, most hotels don't come with cryptic staff members. Most hotels don't survive long enough to become interesting. Interesting. Adrian looked genuinely amused by that. I think I'm starting to like this place. Miriam glanced at him briefly. That smile again. Warm, careless, familiar. Something about him unsettled her in ways she couldn't explain. Not fear, not attraction alone. Something deeper, something unfinished. They reached the second-floor hallway lined with dark velvet curtains and endless paintings beneath dim chandelier light. Adrian slowed slightly while looking around. This place feels older upstairs. It is. You say everything like a warning. Only the truthful parts. Adrian smiled again. And here I thought you didn't like talking. Miriam opened her mouth to respond, when hurried footsteps echoed behind them. Evelyn appeared from the staircase, slightly out of breath. There you are, she said toward Miriam. Miriam frowned. What happened? Evelyn lowered her voice slightly. Mr. Laurent needs you downstairs. Miriam's expression tightened faintly. The manager. Interesting. What for? Basement laundry shift. Miriam blinked once. That's not my rotation today. I know, Evelyn replied quietly. One of the staff got injured this morning. Burn accident near the incinerator room. Adrian's smile faded slightly. There's an incinerator. Evelyn immediately answered. There's a lot of things in this hotel. Interesting answer. Very midnight hotel. Miriam sighed softly. Fine. Then she turned toward Adrian and handed him the brass room key. Second door on the left. Adrian accepted it slowly. Guess this is where the mysterious tour ends. Something about the way he said it made Miriam hesitate. Only briefly. Then she stepped away. But as she turned, Adrian spoke again. Miss Vale. She looked back. For a second, his expression seemed oddly softer, almost familiar. Trying not to disappear completely, Miriam stared at him silently, then forced herself to look away. Get some rest, Mr. Valecourt. And together, she and Evelyn disappeared back toward the staircase leading downward, toward the basement below the Midnight Hotel.